What's going on, guys? Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you another video. This is not my gameplay, by the way. I know it's on Dome, but it's not my gameplay. I would rather river dance through an obstacle course of bear traps and heroin needles than play Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. So thank you to the gameplay guys for bestowing this upon me. It looks really bloomy. By the way, this is the first time I've seen it. I haven't even bothered looking at this map because I've already seen it in Vanguard. I've seen enough. I saw it in Modern Warfare 3, which was a much better game. But I'm here in this video today to tell you that there is some hope. We have some massive changes coming. What are these changes, you might be asking yourself? Well, first of all, I just want to say that I've called a lot right over the years. I've called some stuff wrong, like I thought Battlefield 2042 would kind of take the crown that year because it was up against Vanguard. It was up to EA. They dropped the ball. Although I hear BF 2042 is kind of okay now. So, I don't know. If you guys can verify that. I haven't played it, but I keep seeing clips of it on Twitter. I mean, the game looks great. Like, visually, the game looks phenomenal. Can't take that away from Battlefield. But, there's some things that are going to change this year. And I'll just get into it after a brief word from this video's sponsor. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. Guys, I got a confession to make. I absolutely love tanks. I'm 33 years old, going on 34, still love tanks. And, I mean, any kind of just military vehicle, I'm a big fan of. And War Thunder has over 2,000 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships. And you can use them all in PvP combat. Every single vehicle in War Thunder is incredibly detailed and modeled down to the individual components, offering a highly immersive combat experience. War Thunder really is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made. The vehicles in War Thunder have a super rich history that actually spans over 100 years, from the 1920s to the present day. There's also an in-depth customization system for the vehicles. You can apply hundreds of different camos, you can place historical markings anywhere on your machines, as well as 3D decorators such as bushes, equipment, etc. So guys, go and play now on the PC, the Xbox Series X and S, the PlayStation 5, or even the previous console generations. So guys, I love War Thunder. I love the just vehicle combat that spans the air, the sea, and the ground, and I think you'll love it too. So right now, there is a large free bonus pack for registering using my link. So click the link in the video description or the pinned comment to get multiple premium vehicles, a premium account, boosters, and much more. Check out War Thunder, guys, and maybe I'll see you in game. Alright guys, welcome back to the video. So, the changes. Well, like I said, I've predicted a lot right over the years. I predicted that Microsoft would actually buy Call of Duty, or at least try to. I predicted that this game would fail and suck, and it did. I predicted that Vanguard would fail and suck, and it did. And a lot of people will say, like, well, the game sold well, like Vanguard was still #1 selling, and this game sold well. Guys, a game selling well in this day and age, that doesn't mean the game's good. It means that the people making the game and marketing the game are good salesmen. If I sell a bunch of cars that end up erupting into flames and burning the patrons in the cars alive, that's not a success. It doesn't matter how much money I make. I'm killing people, you know, like this game is literally killing off its player base, and I'm sorry. It's actually doing pretty well over the weekend here with the new season launch. I was surprised to see that. Well, not super surprised because it is the weekend, but we're seeing numbers on this game on Steam charts at around 150, I think, peak. 150, yeah, 150,000 peak concurrence, which isn't great, but it's better than it was. It was peaking around, and on some days it was less than 100,000. So they got some players back. I would actually like to see them carry this momentum. I don't want them to fumble, and I don't want the game to die, but there's nothing in this update, this season 2, that is going to get me playing again, is all I'm going to say. But anyway, let's get into the changes here. So I played XDefiant over this past week, and it's a pre-alpha, and I swear to God, the pre-alpha plays better than the full release of like Vanguard did. The XDefiant pre-alpha, I even had some crashes on Xbox Series X, but I quite enjoyed the game. The gunplay, it feels kind of like Rainbow Six Siege. That's how the gunplay feels. The movement feels a lot like Black Ops 4. It's fast and it's fairly fluid. It needs some tuning, of course, but it is a pre-alpha, so I will give it some slack there. I'm really impressed at how awesome Mark Rubin's been on Twitter. He's been talking about the game and talking to people on Twitter about the game and being very transparent about the changes and the feedback. Like, he's literally doing this pre-alpha, seeing what players want in the game and going off feedback. I like it, though. I like it. The Gunsmith, it's a more old-school style Gunsmith. It's sort of like old-school Call of Duty in that regard, where it's more dialed-in attachments. You don't have, like, a million options, which I honestly prefer. It feels like Call of Duty mixed with Overwatch, mixed with Siege a little bit. Not the tactics department, but how the guns feel and how the guns play. It feels a bit like Siege. So Black Ops 4, Overwatch, Siege, something like that. It's a good mixture. I enjoyed my time on it, though, and it's promising. Even in this pre-alpha, I will say this. It has a better UI than this $70 debacle 4 months in. So there's that. Literally, it's got a list UI. It's nice and simple. There's no like laggy menus with 3D models in the background. It's just, it's how it should be. It's how a video game menu should be. I'm looking forward to it. Now, what else am I looking forward to this year? Well, we're getting Sledgehammer's Call of Duty, guys. It's going to suck. I'm sorry, but it's going to suck. Yeah, it is. This is the year I think that people are finally, and this is my prediction, this is the prediction I have for the massive changes. I think this is the year that people just get sick of getting slung around and getting drug around by their ball sacks and getting beaten over the head with microtransactions and getting released unfinished games, because there's no way, there's no way Sledgehammer releases a good, competent product here. You can't tell me, you can't sit there and tell me with a straight face after playing Call of Duty Vanguard that Sledgehammer, A, knows what they're doing, and B, will release something remotely good. You know it's not going to happen. It's not happening. Their decision to release a full-fledged premium Call of Duty title with Sledgehammer's game is a huge mistake in my opinion. What they need to be doing is getting Sledgehammer to make maps for this game in 6v6. Maybe put some of them in catering, put a few on janitor duty. I don't know. I'm sure the floors need mopping somewhere. Get these guys off of a full premium COD release, though. The fact that like Vanguard is still broken to this day, I mean, from the party system to packet burst to them being so lazy they reuse the same reload sound for every gun in the game. That's a thing, by the way. I can't get behind anything they do anymore. I'm sorry. So yeah, just put the team on shining the doorknobs the way Joseph Bartholomew Secot likes it at Infinity Ward HQ. Yeah, here's a rare picture of Infinity Ward HQ, actually, if you guys want to see the working conditions there. But, man, I don't know. I think people are going to be sick of it. I think people will just go back to the old games, mod them on their own time. I mean, think of it. The reason these passion projects like SM2 even exist is because the current Call of Duty crop is awful. It's garbage. And this is the year to do it. Nobody's going to buy Sledgehammer's game. It's going to sell worse. I'm going to say this. It's going to sell worse than Vanguard. Vanguard was the worst selling Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4, is all I'm going to say. I don't understand why we aren't getting the original kind of, I guess, leaked plan of release a $70, $60, whatever expansion to this game. I think it's going to tie in some way, but the way they're touting it, it's a brand new game. So I don't fucking know, dude. I was expecting just a big Modern Warfare 2, like all the MW2 maps and maybe guns remastered for this game's multiplayer, which, would I pay $60 for that? I probably would, yeah. I mean, I hate this game, but nostalgia, you know, I'll take that. It's kind of funny. There's actually no MW2 maps that I can think of. No, there's no MW2 maps in this game, and the game's called Modern Warfare 2. We get an MW3 map, which we just got, whatever, dude. The point is that I think we're going to see a radical shift in gaming this year. Between X-Defiant, between other games just coming out that aren't behind a paywall even. We have SM2 coming out. I want to say that's going to release by the end of the year. I think that a lot of people are just fed up paying more and getting less. And I truly think that we're going to see a shift in the FPS market. Maybe not with Battle Royale, but with traditional like multiplayer, we're going to see a shift. And we're going to see a lot of people going away from COD because it's very clear that these people behind the scenes and that run the show, they don't know how to innovate anymore. They just have lost their mojo. I mean, I cannot be the only one that just has zero desire to play this game. I just saw Nero upload a video saying like he has no desire to play this game. And I'm sure this game is doing fairly well with casuals. But the issue with marketing your game only to casuals is that during the, I guess, downtimes when there is no content, your numbers dip dramatically. Like Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 was getting beat out by Goose Goose Duck and was losing out to like Wallpaper Engine and was typically out of the top 10 on Steam charts. And despite what people want to say, like a lot of people bought this game on Steam. Like it had roughly 500,000, 500,000 concurrent players with the release of Warzone 2. You know, like it's fairly big on Steam and PC. It's not the biggest player base compared to console, I'm sure. But I digress. I'm out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. Go follow me on my socials in the video description. Follow me on the Twitter and the Instagrams. I want to suplex Joe Secott through a honey bun. Peace out. Once again, thank you War Thunder for sponsoring this video, guys. Check out my link in the video description and get yourself some tasty bonuses when you get War Thunder today.
Do some parting advice?